The distress beacon cut through the void like a scream. Dr. Elara Quinn had been 3 parsecs out from the nearest colony when her ship's comm array picked up the signal. A Kavathi warship, adrift and desperate. The Kavathi, apex predators of the Orion Arm, 7 feet of scaled muscle, claws that could rend steel, and a reputation for violence that made even the Dominion's peacekeepers nervous. Most humans would have ignored it. Elara adjusted course immediately. 40 minutes later, her medical shuttle docked with the massive vessel. The airlock hissed open, and she was met by pack leader Vorkath himself. Shoulders heaving, eyes wild with something she'd never seen in a Kavathi before. Fear. "Human medic," he growled, his translator struggling with the desperation in his voice. "My son, Rikavir Longfang, he dies." Elara grabbed her kit. "Show me." The Kavathi medical bay was a butcher's nightmare. Their physicians believed in cauterization, amputation, brutal efficiency. On a surgical platform lay a young Kavathi, barely into adolescence by their standards. His breathing shallow and rapid. Purple blood pooled beneath him. His scales, normally vibrant crimson, had faded to ash gray. "What happened?" Elara asked, already scanning him with her portable diagnostics. "Training accident," Vorkath said, his voice breaking. "Plasma blades severed his primary artery cluster. We sealed the wound, but—" He gestured helplessly at the ready trauma unit, humming uselessly in the corner. "Our nanite infusions aren't working. His immune system rejects them. It's attacking everything. He's drowning in his own inflammation response." Elara's scanner confirmed it. Cytokine storm. The Kavathi's famously aggressive immune system had gone into overdrive, treating the medical nanites as invaders. His organs were shutting down, suffocating in the chemical warfare his own body was waging. "Your medicine is too advanced for him," Elara muttered. "What?" Vorkath leaned in, claws scraping the deck. She looked up at the towering warrior. "You're trying to use cutting-edge technology on a biology that's rejecting it. Sometimes the newest medicine isn't the best medicine." She opened her kit and pulled out a small vial filled with white powder. "I need boiling water, clean water, and I need everyone out except you." Vorkath barked orders. The medical bay cleared in seconds. As Elara worked crushing the powder, mixing it with the boiled water into a paste, Vorkath watched with mounting confusion. "Human? What is that?" "Willow bark extract," Elara said, not looking up. "Salicylic acid, naturally occurring anti-inflammatory. Humans have been using it for over 4,000 years." She prepared a second compound, turmeric, ginger root, a carefully measured amount of honey. "Before we had nanites and regeneration pods, we had plants. We had chemistry that worked with biology, not against it." "Ancient medicine," Vorkath whispered, his translator making it sound like a prayer. "The oldest medicine." Elara approached Rikavir carefully. His breathing was deteriorating. She had minutes, maybe less. "I'm going to apply this topically to his wound and inject a diluted version directly into his bloodstream. It won't heal him completely, but it'll calm his immune response enough for his body to stabilize. And if it doesn't work," Elara met his eyes, "then I'll have tried everything I know. But your son's biology isn't that different from ours. We're both carbon-based, both evolved from predators who needed to heal quickly. Trust me, pack leader. Trust that humans learned to survive long before we reach the stars." Vorkath stepped back. "Do it." Elara worked with practiced precision. The paste went on to the sealed wound. The salicylic acid would reduce inflammation locally. Then came the injection, a carefully calculated dose based on Arkavir's body mass and the severity of his condition. She added a compound derived from chamomile for its mild sedative properties, something to let his exhausted system rest. For 3 minutes, nothing happened. Rikavir's breathing remained ragged. His scales stayed gray. Then, subtle, almost imperceptible, his breathing steadied, deepened. The purple flush around his wound began to recede. His scales started to show hints of their natural red. Vorkath made a sound somewhere between a growl and a sob. Over the next 20 minutes, Rikavir's vitals climbed from critical to stable. The cytokine storm subsided. His immune system, no longer battling perceived invaders, redirected its energy toward actual healing. The Kavathi's legendary regeneration kicked in, and the wound began to close properly. When Rukavir's eyes finally fluttered open, Vorkath dropped to his knees beside the platform, pressing his forehead against his son's shoulder, a gesture of profound Kavati affection. "Father?" Rukavir's voice was weak but clear. "Rest, cub. You are safe." Rukavir's golden eyes drifted to Alara. "Who?" "The human who saved your life," Vorkath said, standing. He turned to Alara, and in a moment that would be recorded in Kavathi history, Pack leader Vorkath, terror of 3 sectors, bowed, full prostration, forehead to deck. "Dr. Alara Quinn, you have returned my son to me. The Pack of Longfang owes you a blood debt. You need only call and we will answer. Across any distance, against any foe." Alara packed her supplies, uncomfortable with the ceremony. "I'm a doctor, Pack leader. I was just doing my job." Vorkath rose, and there was something new in his eyes when he looked at her. Respect, wonder. "You brought medicine from before your species touched the stars. Medicine so old it has been forgotten by most. And it worked where all our modern technology failed." He placed one massive clawed hand over his chest. "Humans, you do not conquer with strength alone. You survive with wisdom we have forgotten to seek." As Alara returned to her shuttle, she paused at the airlock. "Pack leader, tell your son that Willowbark tea might help with the pain for the next few days, and keep him away from plasma blades until he's fully healed." Vorkath's laugh, deep and genuine, followed her into the corridor. Later, as her shuttle pulled away from the warship, Alara logged the incident in her medical records. But she left out one detail: the look on Vorkath's face when he realized that humanity's greatest strength wasn't its technology or its weapons. It was that humans remembered. They carried their entire history forward, every remedy, every lesson, every piece of ancient wisdom, and they knew exactly when to use it. The Kavathi had mastered the future, but humans owned the past, present, and future all at once, and that made them the most dangerous species in the galaxy. NADE